Would you rather work in an overtime shift with your annoying boss or spend a full day with your mother-in-law? What? What kind of question is this? Wow. The website's getting sassy on us. You don't sleep in underwear? No, I sleep in pajamas. I sleep in these pajamas. Would you rather work an overtime shift with your annoying boss or spend a full day with your mother-in-law? Now, I would be naive not to mention the fact that you're getting paid at least the overtime shift. At least you're getting paid. But you're not getting paid to spend a day with your mother-in-law. Obviously, I'm kidding. It's the mother-in-law. Duh. Is that supposed to be like, are you supposed to just hate your mother-in-law? Do I even have a mother? Wait, what is a mother-in-law again? Wait, how does that work? How does a mother-in-law work? Like, what would that have to be? I don't have a mother-in-law? Wait, what is a mother-in-law again? It's your spouse's mom. Oh, yeah, so I don't have a mother-in-law. Oh, yeah, it doesn't really... Sorry. I have a brother-in-law and I have a sister-in-law, but I don't have a mother-in-law. Right, okay. Because I'm obviously not married. Okay, never mind. But, yeah, obviously the freaking mother-in-law, duh, that can't be that bad. If I'm marrying let's think about it like this. If I'm marrying a girl, like, I must love her a lot. And if I love somebody, I'm not going to dislike their mother because their mother made them. You are a product of your parents. It's very rare that you're going to be, like, it's very rare for someone to be, like, super different from their parents because growing up, you spent all your time around your parents. Stereotypically, they're supposed to be mean, but, like, that makes no sense. That makes no, like, why would they be mean, right? Their mom might be super annoying. I mean, maybe, but, like, again, you're a product of your parents more often than not. And so you're probably gonna be pretty similar to your parents. And if I'm marrying somebody, if I'm marrying a girl, I love her and I'm sure I'll like her parents. Not that bad. Plus, that's bonding time. That's good. You need to do that. I feel like if you marry someone, you need to spend time with their parents, like just you and their parents. Maybe not. Maybe that's weird actually, but I feel like you need that bonding in there. You sure hope you're not like your parents? Oh gosh, what? Okay, moving on. Would you rather cuddle a koala or pal around? What is pal around? Pal around, just like be bros with a panda. Cuddle a koala or pal around with a panda. Now I will say, this seems like on the surface, this seems like both sides are good. But I've heard pandas are low-key vicious. Yeah, they're both aggressive. I don't really know anything about koalas. I've heard pandas are vicious. Palling around with a panda, you're probably walking away with one less bone, right? With a lot less blood, if you know what I mean. Like they're scratching you up, they're biting, you know what I mean? So I would go koala. I don't really know anything about koalas though. Like are koalas also vicious? Like I feel like this is disguised as a good question, but I feel like it's actually a bad question, you know what I mean? Like I feel like these are dangerous. They're both vicious, but at least pandas are fluffy. But koalas are also like soft, right? Koalas get stressed easily, but if we're just cuddling, nothing to get stressed about. We're just having the time of our lives. I don't know. I guess I'm going koala just because I've heard bad things about pandas, genuinely. Koala can't be worse. It can't be. There's no way. Would you rather have a sing-off with Ariana Grande or a dance-off with Rihanna? I don't really know anything about Rihanna's dancing. I don't really know anything about Rihanna's dancing. Now, this is dumb because you can think about it this a couple different ways. You could think about this like, oh, which one would you have a better chance of winning? For me, that doesn't matter. This would just be for me, which person would I rather hang out with more? Because like, obviously you're going to lose either way. Like, who cares? Like, you're obviously going to lose either way. Although, I feel like for me especially though, personally, public humiliation of dancing is way more than singing. I sing all the time. I'm not a good singer. I'm an awful singer. But I sing on streams all the time. I have no problem. I don't get embarrassed singing. I get embarrassed dancing. I don't dance. I don't do it. Can't do it. No rhythm. Awful at it. So I'm going to go. But then again, I feel like I'd rather hang out. I'd rather like meet Rihanna. I feel like I'd meet Rihanna. I feel like I'd rather meet Rihanna 100%. Which one's more famous? Can I like snag a shout out from either of them? Which one would be more likely? Which one would be more willing to like shout me out on their social media? No, I'm just kidding. I think I'm gonna go sing off just because I don't want to dance. I'm not dancing. Can't do it. You get embarrassed both, but singing feels slightly less embarrassing. Yeah. You can make it funny. I don't know. I would try. I would try to sing well. You've seen me try. You guys have seen me try hard singing. You have. The other day, actually. Would you rather always have body odor and not know it or always smell body odor on everyone else? Smell body odor on everyone. Ah, ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Smell. You have to go smell, though. It would suck. It would suck. It would be awful. But if it's everyone else, if it's every single person you interact with, you would get used to it, right? You would. You would be a little bit. You would be a little bit like numb to the smell after a while, and like you're seeing people every single day. So I think it would be like, it wouldn't be as bad like a month in. It would be awful for the first like week. And being the person that has body odor is the whoa. You do not want to be that. You absolutely do not want to be that. Everyone just would hate you. Like having like smelling bad is like the worst thing ever, because it's like so incredibly like controllable. You could just like not smell bad. It's like wear deodorant. Like it's not that hard. So some people stink really bad. So like I would definitely go smell it on. Like you just don't want to be known as the guy who smells bad. And if you always have it, it's not like a one-time thing. You always have it. You would just be known as the guy who smells bad. Like that would just be you. That would be your personality. That'd be your reputation. Nobody would ever want to hang out with you. Like there would never be a single moment. Think about it, like you can't go on a car ride with anybody because they just hate you. Used to be in wrestling, in the wrestling room, it'd always smell like body odor, but you'd get used to it after like 20 minutes. That's what I'm saying. You just get used to it. You would get used to it. I feel like, right? I don't know. Hopefully. Okay. Question 31. We're flying today. We're flying. Would you rather watch nothing but Hallmark Christmas movies or nothing but horror movies? Oh, well, okay. I was going to say auto Christmas movies because I love Christmas movies and I'll watch them any day of the week. But let's be honest. There's more horror movies than there are Christmas movies. Like there are more horror movies made. Yeah, there's variation in horror movies. Like there's just way more horror movies. Like it's an actual like genre. Like Christmas movies is a genre, right? So I feel like you would never you would never have to watch the same horror movie twice. But you'd be cycling through Christmas movies every, year or so, right? So Hallmark movies though, there's like a million. You feel like there's more Hallmark movies? Hallmark Christmas movies? Really? You think so? Do you guys understand horror movies is like an actual mainstream like genre of movie? Like there's so many. There's so many Hallmark. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm going Christmas movies. I just like Christmas movies. Yeah, I mean, Hallmark movies, I mean, there are a lot. Yeah, that's fair. I guess there are a lot, but there's just definitely more. There's 100% more horror movies. Like way more. And there's more like variety. You can have very different types of horror movies. You can have like, I feel like murder mysteries, some of them can be considered horror movies, and I love murder mysteries. Or you could just have your typical, we saw this movie, my friends and I, it was last year. It was called The Others, and we couldn't find it. The reason we wanted to see it so bad was we couldn't find it like on any streaming service or anything. We had to like buy the DVD or something, or like the CD or whatever. I forget how, it came in a package with a CD. It was like the most random like Dark Horse movie, and it was so good, so fun. Horror movies, a lot of variety. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But I'm still gonna go Christmas movies. Christmas movies are romance too, and you guys know how I feel about rom-coms. So I'm taking Christmas movies, but I feel like objectively the answer is horror movies. But personally, like the better answer is horror movies, but I'm going Christmas movies, 100%. Lock it. You get scared? Yeah. I mean, I get scared in horror movies, but like in like a cool, like, oh, this is kind of fun way, not like in a, like I'm gonna have a nightmare tonight way. You know what I mean? Okay. Would you rather, here's a fun one. Would you rather, well, no, it's not. This one's so easy. What? Would you rather always be 10 minutes late or 20 minutes early? This one's actually not fun at all. It's the easiest. All right, let's change this. Would you rather always, because obviously it's early, you can't show up late to like important meetings, you can't show up late to like anything, or you're just like, you would have the woe reputation, nobody would hire you ever. You're not going to your job interview, you would never get a job, you'd just be homeless. You would genuinely be homeless. You're not getting a job if you're late to your interview and late to every single day at work. You're literally, and if you get the job by some miraculous stroke of God, then you're getting fired in the first day. Although I guess you could explain to people, be like, hey, like I got this weird disease. Like, hey, just hear me out. Like if you hire me, just be prepared. I have this very weird disease. Wait, hold on. You explain to them. Now this is the GOAT strategy. Maybe I'm on board for 10 minutes late. You have this GOAT strategy. Obviously, I'm not, but like hypothetically, you have this GOAT strategy. You say, hey, I have this weird disease where I'm 10 minutes late to everything and it's like uncontrollable. I can't change it. So can you officially write in my contract that like I have to be here at 7:50? Yes, Christina, I have to be here at 7:50 when everybody else has to be there at 8. Then I'm showing up at 8 and I'm perfectly on time. Although you can't do that for like everything. Like this would just be, again, if you're 10 minutes late to everything, it's like to, you're meeting up with your friends. You're 10 minutes late to like the movie and you miss the exposition. You know what I mean? Like you're just 10 minutes late to everything. So obviously 20 minutes early. Let's change it up a little bit. Would you rather be 0 minutes early? You get there exactly on time every time, or 15 minutes early to everything. So 15 minutes early to literally everything. Like literally everything. Like you'd have to wait 15 minutes to everything, or you're literally there on time every single time. I don't know. Every single person in the chat has said 15 minutes early, except for Brittany. I think there's a case to be made for 0 minutes. Obviously, you're supposed to get to places 15 minutes early. You are. But do you realize how annoying that would be? Like, you're 15 minutes early to like classes. Like every single time you go to a class, you have to sit there for 15 minutes. Every single time you go to like a restaurant waiting for your friend, you have to sit there for 15 minutes. Anytime you have to do literally anything. Like we're talking going to the grocery store or something. Well, no, not because it's not like timed. But you know what I mean, right? Like any like random thing. And if you're on time, like, okay, you're like cordially, you're supposed to get there 15 minutes early. But like you're on time, they can't really get mad at you. And you're always on time. About 1 minute early. But again, that's pretty much the same thing. So I think I'm going to go 0 minutes. You guys are thinking of like important business meetings and stuff where you have to be there 15 minutes early, and that's valid. But we're talking everything. And there's so many more things than there are like important stuff. So I think I'm going exact time. At least you're on time. You know, it's not the end of the world. Would you rather spend a week in the forest or a night in a real haunted house? A real haunted house. So like we're not talking like we're talking like there are ghosts. Like even though ghosts like don't exist, we're talking. Fun fact: my mom believes in ghosts. It's kind of funny. Anyway, a week in the forest or a night in a real haunted house. So like the issue with this is that we don't know. Like we just don't know what ghosts like do. Like because they don't actually exist. But like if they did exist, like what would ghosts do? Like how? Like would you get hurt? Would you like have a chance at dying? Like would you? Like what would happen? Like if there were ghosts in your house, like what would they do to you? They'd probably just like be like, oh, what's up? You know, like I don't know. They'd probably just like be cordial and like, you know, be like, oh yeah, I'm a ghost. Like don't get freaked out. It's fine. Like we're normal. Like it's not that big of a deal. And they like I would like get along with the ghost. So I think I'm going to haunted house. I don't want to spend a week in the forest. It doesn't say what I'm doing in the forest. You could just be because you'll make friends with them. That's what I'm saying. They throw things at you, but you could reason with them. Like this is what I'm saying. Like if there were ghosts or like haunted house, the only criteria of a haunted house is that like it has to have ghosts, right? Isn't that what haunted means? But if ghosts are not like mean, like that's not a bad thing. Aren't ghosts usually angry? Like how do we know that? Like they don't even exist. What if you offer them friendship and to leave them alone? That's what I'm saying. You have too much anxiety for a haunted house, but like again, like would it even be scary? Week in the forest would be fine, I guess. Like you watch Survivor, they do it, but it would suck. I'm gonna go haunted house. I'm gonna make friends with the ghost. Sue me. Would you rather find a rat in your kitchen or a roach in your bed? Ooh, easy. Easy for me. Rat in my kitchen, I'm eating out for the next week and I'm fine with that. Rat in my kitchen, I'm eating out with for the next week and I'm fine with it. 100% rat. A roach in my bed gives me like I've seen like a spider. I've seen a spider in my like room before. Back in Chicago, I've like weird thing about the difference between Chicago and California. I never see bugs or anything in my apartment in California. I've never seen one. I never used to like ever since I've lived in California. I've never had like bugs, like bug problems ever. In Chicago, in my house, which again is kept clean, you know, I live with my parents, whatever. I used to live with my parents. There'd be like centipedes crawling up the bathtub like every other week, literally. And like there's spiders all around the house and all that. Not actually, but like, you know what I mean? Never had that ever happen in California. So California's the goat. You had a roach crawl up your leg in your bed once? Yeah, see, so okay, for me, if I find a roach in my bed, I'm paranoid that there's like 10 billion in there. And I'm sleeping like this all night. Like I'm curling up in a ball. You know what I mean? So like I can't deal with that stress. Can't deal with that stress. I'm going rat. I think we're pretty consensus too. Roaches suck. You saw a roach on your school steps recently and was appalled? Yeah, that sounds awful. Like any encounter with a roach. Okay, on your school steps, okay, not that big of a deal. You're probably overreacting a little bit, but like in your bed, yeah, that sucks. Would you rather have a pause or rewind button in your life? So what would the pause button like entail? What would the pause button entail? You know? Because like, what would you do during the pause? Like, are you just like you can't do anything? Oh, does pause just mean like, wait a second, but can you think about things? Or are you just frozen like this, but like you're conscious? Are you just in a coma? Or are you like, does time just stop and you can like go do anything? But it's like, are people just frozen like this? Like, can you even, like you can't talk to anybody, right? You can't do anything. I guess you can. Nah, okay, low key, pause button. You rob every bank in existence and nobody can do anything because they're frozen. Strategy. Also, rewind button. Are we allowed to, you can pause and go rewind. Yeah, pause button, go to Paris. No, you can't though, because you can't buy your flight. And you can't drive anywhere because traffic. Can't drive anywhere because like there's cars on the street. So you wouldn't be able to like, you know, you can't get around the cars. So you really can't go anywhere. And you can't, like, the plane's not gonna take off because you can't, like, the pilot's frozen. So pause button, I think I would rob every bank ever. You can walk on water. Is that how that works? No, that's not how that works. Water doesn't get paused, does it? How does that work? You could hop on a plane for free with no one stopping you? Yeah, but then you would have to fly it. You would have to fly it. Oh, you're saying hop on a plane for free, and then as soon as you're on the plane, you press play. So you would use it as like a way to like take the trip for free. I think I'm robbing banks. Stealing a boat, I guess you could do that, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you would just steal things. I think if you had a pause button, you would just steal things, 100%. Right? Right? It's just like, what? It's like logical. No, I think I am robbing banks. Okay. Rewind button though, again, like, I don't think I would want a rewind button right now. And if I did, it would be like, I don't know what I would do with a rewind. No, I would rewind it back to, no, I wouldn't. I would rewind it back for legal reasons. I'm joking. Yeah, for legal reasons, I'm joking. I would rewind it back to January and be the first person to do Wordle and like be way bigger than I am now. No, but I wouldn't want a rewind button. I wouldn't want that because I wouldn't want to have to do something over again. I've already done it. Like, I don't want to do it again. Unless like right after I went to Paris or something. And right after, okay, I like go on the craziest trip of my life. And then as soon as it's done, boom, rewind button, do it all again. I would do that. But I think I think pause button, robbing banks, again, legally, I'm joking. I think that's more useful. I think I'm taking pause. And it would just be cool to see everyone frozen. Like, that would just be like an interesting phenomenon. You'd just be like, whoa. If you rewind to like 10 days ago, do you have to do the 10 days all over again? Yeah, that's how it works. Like, you could do them differently, but like you'd have to do them again. You get lonely after 30 seconds though, well then you could just press play. I don't even think I want a rewind button. Like, I'd only want it in very specific scenarios. So pause button. That got way too deep. All right. Would you rather always have a full phone battery or a full gas tank? It's time I must address the elephant in the room. It's time that I address the elephant in the room. I don't have a driver's license. Yeah. Hold your applause. Yeah, I know. Or hold your booze, not applause. So yeah, that's on me. That's on me. But if I did, gas tank is the obvious answer. Nobody's actually saying phone. Nobody that has a car is actually saying phone. No shot. Zero people that have a phone are saying gas tank. Or sorry, are saying phone. Sorry, wait. Zero people. My head's in the gutter. Zero people that have a car are saying phone. Because full phone battery, when has your phone actually died? Ever. My phone has never died. I don't think my phone's ever died. Has my phone ever, maybe like twice ever. It just doesn't die. Like I charge it and I don't use 100% before I charge it the next time. I have portable chargers. I bring them everywhere. Like my phone's never ever gotten below like 30% ever. Your phone dies every day? What? Because your phone just die? And it doesn't cost money to plug in your phone. Gas is like the most expensive thing in the world. It's like $6.50 in California right now for like premium or whatever. So obviously the answer is gas tank. Obviously, guys, don't overthink it. Yeah, just charge your phone, people. It's free. So yeah. Yours at 98%. Yeah, my phone is currently at 86. And that's low for it. So there you go. I'm like always charging. My phone is like always plugged in. Like my phone is never not plugged in. Electricity is not free. Come on. Yeah, but like obviously gas is like the most expensive thing of all time. Would you rather lose all your teeth or lose a day of your life okay, this is just random. Lose all your teeth or lose a day of your life every time you kiss someone? I need y'all to plug in your phones. Okay. This one's depressing. The sad truth is that I would have lost 0 days of my life. I'm living till 140. I'm living till 150. I would have yet to lose a day of my life. So yeah, no, we're not really worrying about that. I don't want to lose my teeth. I guess technically losing your teeth wouldn't be that bad because like these are already half fake, I think. I think my front two teeth are like half fake and half real. Like I think, cause like I chipped them when they were adult teeth and they had to like, I don't know what they did. I don't actually know if that's how it works, if they're fake or not, but they like filled it in and they like fixed it. So does that mean like, it can't be my real teeth? It didn't like grow back. I don't know how that worked, but yeah. So definitely day of my life. And look, the reality of the situation is, if you get lucky enough to live till you're super old, if you're like on your last year of living, but you're like eventually gonna die of old age, not because you're dying young or whatever, because of like a random whatever, like you're just not like enjoying that year. How'd you chip your teeth? I was playing basketball and like I kind of like the momentum. I went up for a layup, but I was like running really fast, and the momentum of it caused me to like not be able to stop myself. And like the pole this was like an outdoor court. The pole that was like connected to the basketball hoop, I like ran into that pole and I chipped my teeth. So yeah, didn't hurt because chipping your teeth doesn't hurt. Fun fact, I've done it twice. I did it with kid teeth. I chipped my kid teeth too. I've told this story, I think, on my page before where I was running. I threw my dog her toy. We were playing fetch. But like she did that thing where she didn't actually like get the toy. She just wanted me to like run after her. So I threw it and it like ended up at like the top of the stairs. The like 4 stairs I had in my apartment or my condo back home. It wasn't like a long flight of stairs, just like 4 little steps. I threw it and she ran and she jumped down the stairs and I like thought she picked up the toy. I didn't see the toy was sitting right there. So when I was about to run down the stairs, I like slipped on the toy and I fell teeth first down the stairs. And like I landed on my teeth, they chipped and it just didn't hurt. You don't feel anything. Your teeth are very strong. So when you chip them, you don't actually feel anything. So I didn't feel it, but then I was like, oh my God, like how did I make it out of that alive? How did I make it out of that unscathed? Like that's the most all-time miracle. And then I look to the left and I see my 2 front teeth sitting there and I'm like, I freak out because I'm like 9 at the time. I freak out. I scream as loud as I could. My dad comes running out of the shower because we were like about to leave for school. He's running out of the shower with just a towel on. He's like, what happened? And then we went to the dentist like all day. They had to like fix my teeth. Sucked. Anyway, long story short, obviously lose a day of my life every time I kiss someone. 1, because I wouldn't have lost any days yet. 2, because if I'm lucky enough to like die of old age, and that'd be the reason I die, like that last year is not like the most pleasant year of all time, and I'd be like okay with losing a couple days here and there, you know what I mean? So there you go. You chipped your tooth by passing out face first on concrete, so that didn't feel great. Yeah, so how does passing out work? Okay, quick tangent. How does passing out work? Because I don't think I've ever like fainted. Let's say you pass out and you fall, let's say face first onto the concrete, but you're like technically are you unconscious while you're falling? Like, do you feel the fall? Like, sure, you'll feel it afterwards. You feel weird, then boom. But like, what happens during the boom? You fainted in Madison, you hit your face on the wooden pew. Oh my gosh. Oh, Mass, like church. I thought you meant like Massachusetts. And I was like, it's an interesting detail. You didn't have to throw that in there. See you later, Cassie. First bit of the fall, you feel it. But you don't feel it when you like hit the ground then. Like you don't feel the fall. Or like you don't feel the effects of the fall until after you wake up. So, interesting. Okay. Would you rather never eat watermelon again or be forced to eat watermelon with every meal? Oh, what? These are getting easy. These are getting very easy. Obviously, never eat watermelon again. Love watermelon. Great fruit. Top 5 fruit. I'm willing to go there. I am. Willing to every meal? No. Look, I'm willing to go there. But you would get so sick of it. You could eat anything. Any single food that ever existed. If you eat it for every meal, you're hating it after a week. Every meal? You can survive without watermelon. Yeah. Okay, like that's fine. Like watermelon, peace out. We'll see you never. Not that big of a deal. Like watermelon's great. And I would not want to say goodbye to watermelon. I don't want to. That would be actively bad. Every meal? You don't like watermelon? No, watermelon's good. Can't not like watermelon, I feel like. Just have watermelon flavored drinks or food. Yeah. You can pretend you're having watermelon. You can eat like a sliver. Ooh, I guess there's loopholes. You can eat a literal like tiny piece, but even then, I don't know. I don't want to have to like, think of how much watermelon you'd have to buy. You'd waste so much money on watermelon. Hit or miss, sometimes mushy and gross. Yeah, a little bit. All right. Would you rather get a paper cut every time you turn a page or bite your tongue every time you eat? And for the purpose of this, we're going to say bite your tongue like in the bad way, not just like, we're going to say bite your tongue in the bad way. Like where like it really hurts. I don't know, y'all. This is tough. Okay, I said they were getting easy. This one's officially impossible. This one's officially impossible. Paper cut, you don't turn pages a lot. Paper cuts are worse though, right? Like paper cuts are worse. But I think I'm going paper cut because online books. But paper cuts are worse than biting your tongue. Paper cuts suck. I haven't had a paper cut in a while. Can't remember the last time I had one, but like they suck. They're awful. But you can just do online textbooks, online books, ebooks. They're the future. Audiobooks. Not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal. You got a paper cut today. It wasn't too bad, but to be fair, it was fairly small. I guess you could get small ones, but you wouldn't be able to control it. Paper cut and just get audiobooks. Facts. Fact. Moving on. We're making loopholes, but you know what? That's the game. Would you rather oversleep every day for a week or not get any sleep at all for 4 days? I don't think I could survive 4 days. I can barely... Longest I've ever stayed up. I've never stayed up for 2 days. I've never even stayed up for 2 days. Yeah. I'm going to go oversleep. Now, again, like if I were to oversleep, we're assuming, I think the point of this question is that we're assuming we're like missing important things. We're late to important things. But for me, the only like important things that I have to be on time for is like school classes and like, okay, like you get to class late, not that big of a deal. I'm not sleeping for 4 days. I don't think my body could, like I don't think that's possible. I don't think I can do that. Longest you've gone without sleeping was 4 days. It was awful, never again. Like what are the circumstances of that? Like when are you ever doing that? Like for what, 6 days? Like when is that, like what initiated that? Like why did you have to do that? Did you have to do that? So I'm gonna go oversleep every day for a week. Like it's not, like it wouldn't be that big of a deal. It's 1 week, then you could be like, all right, sorry, I'll be on time every day for the next decade and it's fine. So yeah, again, I don't think I could even do it for 2 days. You like sleeping way too much not to sleep? Yeah, I love sleeping. Sleeping's the goat. Haven't done a lot of it recently. But it's the goat. Okay. You know someone who stayed awake 6 days because of a brain injury. Oh, so like unwillingly. Wow. That sucks. It's part of your lore. You can't share why. You were studying for an important assignment and didn't sleep for 5 days. You were studying for an assignment for 5 days. I don't think I've ever studied for anything longer than like the day before. Okay. Incredible like studiousness work by you, but like wow. I don't think I've studied for anything in college. Have I? Have I studied for a single test in college? Maybe freshman year before COVID. Okay. Would you rather die in 20 years with no regrets or live to 100 with a lot of regrets? Again, I don't want to live to 100 though, but I'm not dying in 20 years, so 100. Yeah, I already have regrets. Exactly. I have so many regrets. Are you kidding? I have like 30 billion regrets in my life. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that much of a burden, you know? Dying, you guys are all saying die in 20. What? Die in 20 years? Die in 20 years. If most of you guys are around my age, we're going to be 42. I want to live longer than that. I want to have my vintage like retirement travel across Europe era when I'm like 60. That my parents, I think, are gearing up for at some point. I think they're going to do that soon. Yeah, I mean, living to 100 would suck. I don't want to live to 100. But, yeah, no, living to 100 would suck. Unless somehow you're just, like, insanely healthy and can, like, still do things. But, like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to live to 100. But I don't want to die in 20 years. Not happening. I would not. Yeah, no, out on that. Can you die in 40 years with some regrets instead? No, because that's just, like, the obvious answer. Yeah, obviously, I'm going to go 100 with a lot of regrets, but I don't want to live to 100. I think that the point of the question was to say that like you would want to live to 100, but you'd have to deal with 100 with a lot of regrets. But for us, it's like, oh, we already have regrets. Not that big of a deal. I just don't want to live to 100. So like the regrets part isn't the bad part. It's the living to 100 is the bad part. It would suck, but be interesting to see how things change for the world. Yeah, that's true. But could you even tell? I guess. Like when you're 99, I don't know. I guess you could like your last 10 years, whatever. Okay, fair enough. Would you rather sip gin with Ryan Reynolds or shoot tequila with Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Shoot tequila? Is that like a phrase? Shoot. What is shoot? Like take shots? I don't like shots. No. At least sipping, you're not like having to do the shots. Like I'm thinking from a strictly alcohol perspective, I'm taking like one sip and then like being done. I don't like, you guys know I hate alcohol. Ugh. So no, obviously the point of the question is the people. I feel like The Rock is probably more interesting. Wait, Ryan Reynolds. Which rom-com has Ryan Reynolds been in that I've seen? Is he the one in, he's the one in The Notebook, right? Is he the guy from The Notebook? Is Ryan Reynolds the guy from The Notebook, or is that another Ryan? There's another Ryan, right? There's two Ryans. One of them's Reynolds, one of them's someone else. Ryan, there's that Gosling I'm thinking of. Ryan Gosling. There is two Ryans. Who is Ryan Reynolds? Who the freak is that? Who is Ryan Reynolds? I don't know actors, guys. You know I don't know actors. Who is Ryan Reynolds? Ryan Gosling. That's the guy I'm thinking of. That guy seems cool. Deadpool. Never seen that. You killed me. Sorry, guys. I don't know. I know Tom Hanks and I know Meg Ryan. Those are the two people I know. Never seen Deadpool. Any rom-coms that Ryan Reynolds has been in? The Proposal. Ooh, I might have seen that. Go look him up. Okay. I'll look up a picture. If I see a picture, I'll know. Ryan Reynolds. This guy. Okay. I've definitely seen him in something. I think I've seen this in something. Yeah, I don't know a lot about this guy though. So I'm gonna go safe pick. I'm gonna go The Rock. I wouldn't have anything to talk about with Ryan Reynolds because I haven't really seen him in anything. I'm gonna go The Rock. I've never had tequila though. Is it bad? It's probably awful. Probably awful. Okay. Gonna go The Rock. Would you rather get trapped in the middle of a good fight? Wait, what? Would you rather get trapped in the middle of a food fight? Oh, gosh. Head's in the gutter. Would you rather get trapped in the middle of a food fight or a water balloon fight? I was like, a good fight. Wait, what does that even mean? Get trapped in the middle of a food fight? Oh, like you're like feeling the effects of it. Oh, obviously water balloon fight. Conflicting. Somebody says tequila isn't that bad. It's actually nice. 5 comments later, just the thought of tequila makes you sick. Yeah, water balloon fight. Water balloons are fun. Food fight sounds disgusting. And I think that's like, the food fights are like only in the movies, right? Like food fights don't actually happen. There's no way food fights are like a genuine like thing. That sounds disgusting. I don't want food thrown around. Ew. Obviously water balloon fight. This question's the easiest thing of all time. We're going to do 5 more, people. If you overdrink tequila, yeah, maybe you'll be sick. I'm not overdrinking anything, though, if you guys know anything about me. I would have 1 sip, and it would, like, fill the requirement of the question, and then I'd be out of there. Or I wouldn't be out of there, but I would, like, stop drinking. I'd have 1 sip, and I'd just talk to the guy. Okay, yeah, water balloon, duh. You've done cheeseburger dodgeball? What? Under what circumstance are you like doing that? How do you have enough cheeseburgers to do that? There was one at your 21st birthday party. It was horrible. Ew. At 21-year-olds doing a food fight? Wow. Okay. Would you rather walk to work in heels or drive to work in reverse? Honestly, depends on how far away your work is. Slash depends on the route. Like I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going outside in high heels. The public humiliation, that sounds like a fantasy football punishment. That sounds like something you'd like lose a bet and have to do. But again, I don't have a driver's license. But if I did, I don't know. I'm going drive to work in reverse. You'd get tickets though. You'd have to eat the price of a ticket. But you know what? Like I'm not walking in high heels. That's just humiliating. Right? Driving in reverse is tough. Yeah, you'd probably get a ticket. Elise, though, think of it the following. You'd definitely get a ticket. Like a billion. If you work from home, reverses, you don't have to drive. Yeah. Bit of a loophole there, but yeah. Okay. Would you rather spend a year at war or a year in prison? So this is, well, okay. So what does this mean? Does this mean your country's just at war or like you are in the war? Right? Like because it's very different. If your country's at war, if you are literally at war, prison. I feel like I'm dying out there if I'm in war. If I'm at war, I'm dying. No, like you're in war. Okay, prison. 100%. Yeah, no, I'm not in the war. I'm making a big mistake and I'm dying. There's no way I survive a year at war. No shot. You also don't want to be in a country that's like at war. Yeah, fair. But like, I'd rather be in a country that's at war than in prison. But like, definitely rather be in prison than like being in the war. Not doing that. You can make friends, free food and shelter. Yeah, like prison sucks, obviously. But like, okay, it's not the end of the world. So, would you rather die before or after your partner? Before, 100%. 100% before. Definitely before. For me, like, especially like as emotional of a person as I am, I would not in a million years be able to deal with, you could still make TikToks in prison. Yeah, I'd be fine. It would low-key be cool. Like that would be like a big viral like opportunities. Prison TikToks, yeah, no, those would blow up. I would not be able to deal with like my partner dying. Like I wouldn't know how to deal with it. So I'm gonna go before. Oh, you don't want to put them through that pain. Yeah, low-key the selfish answer is before. Before is the massively selfish answer. Yeah, that's fair. I didn't think about that. Like, what did I just say? Choosing before is very selfish. Think I still go before. I don't know if I can do that. No, okay. Here's what it comes down to. I would know, and again, I don't have a partner or anything, but if I did, I would like know who would be able to handle it better. And I would make a logical decision based off that. So I think that's what I'm going for. You're allowed to say before. Your husband said he would rather die after. Oh, really? You have already talked about this? You have already had this. You've like already had this conversation. That's crazy. You'd be winding up dying next to them if you couldn't take that. Yeah. No, it's tough either way. That was easy until we thought about the selfish thing. That's fair. All right, 2 more. Would you rather have a child every year for 20 years or never have any children at all? Come on. Okay, I want to see what you guys say because there's no way logically. Yeah. Every year, Christina? No. Do you realize the freaking bankruptcy that's coming from having 20 kids? Like, we have to do question 52. Oh, because I don't know who either of those people are. Oh no, Danny DeVito, I know who that is. That's the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia guy, right? Anyway, do you freaking see though the TikTok family that Doggerty doesn't or whatever looks miserable. Looks miserable to even be one of those kids. Like I would feel so bad for my kid if my kid had 10 siblings, much less 19. 19 siblings? Are you kidding me? And you're just like, nobody has the money for 20 kids. Like you could be Elon Musk cannot have, okay, he has the money. You know what I mean though? Like nobody has the money. You would hate to have 19 plus siblings. Yeah, not only would it be miserable for you, it's miserable for the kids too. That's just an awful option. Never have a child, never have any children. Okay, if you want children, that sucks. But like, you can't have 20 kids. Like what? All right, last question. Would you rather take amazing selfies but look terrible in all other photos, or be photogenic everywhere but in your selfies? Another easy one. These are getting easy. Hear me out. What if you kept a few and gave the rest away? Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess if you really, really, really wanted to have kids, the poor mother being pregnant every year, yeah. If you really, really, really wanted to have kids, yeah, that's a different question for like the guy and the girl, because the girl has to be pregnant, and that's definitely a tougher decision. Yeah, obviously photogenic everywhere. I don't take selfies. I don't think I've ever taken a selfie. Okay, okay, over under like 14 and a half selfies I've ever taken. Okay, definitely over. Over under like 200 selfies. Still probably over, but like I don't take selfies like that. Good selfies? Really? Really? No, I don't take selfies. I don't do it. I don't even know, like, I'm not even good at taking selfies. I don't even know, like, what's my best angle, you know? Do you go from, like, bird's eye? Do you go from down low? Yeah. Definitely, I would rather be photogenic everywhere but in your selfies. So there you go. Ends on an easy note. We're going to do the rest of these at some point. We're going to keep the series going. Looks like we have more interesting questions. Those got easy towards the end, but you know what? Didn't take a lot of energy. So there you go, everybody.